This is Hussein Farhat, known for his crazy natural transformation. And this is Jacksfit in the other side. This guy, known for his bad genetics, even he takes steroids. Yes, this guy is natural. And this guy on steroids. So, in this video, I will be explaining all the differences between good and bad genetics. Bone structure is one of the most underrated, yet decisive factors in bodybuilding. No matter how much muscle you build, your skeletal frame sets the limits for how your physique will look. A key area is the waist. A naturally narrow waist makes the shoulders and lats appear wider, creating that classic V-taper shape. This is why bodybuilders with small waists often look more aesthetic, even if they carry less total muscle mass. Take, for example, David Lade. What makes David Lade's physique special is his waist, and that makes him have an aesthetic physique. The guy's 6'2" like me. But me, on the other side, I have a big waist. I know I will never look like David Lade. That's why most of my pictures are from the side. But now better than before, because I developed my shoulders and lats to reach 1.6 ratio. To have an aesthetic physique, your shoulders must be 1.6 times your waist. Think of it like this. If two athletes have the same amount of muscle on their shoulders and lats, the one with a smaller waist will look dramatically broader and more proportional. On the other hand, someone with a wide waist must develop much larger shoulders and back to create the same illusion of width. Other aspects of bone structure also play a role. Clavicle length, shoulder width. Long clavicles give a naturally broad frame, which enhances upper body presence. Rib cage size. A large rib cage can make the chest look bigger and create more room for muscle growth. Limb proportions. Long or short arms and legs affect muscle insertions and the overall flow of the physique. What's important to understand is that bone structure cannot be changed. You can only work with it. This is why genetics is such a big factor in bodybuilding. Training and nutrition maximize your potential, but your skeletal frame defines the silhouette you can achieve. That's why waist size, clavicle length, and rib cage shape often separate the most aesthetic physiques from the rest. My last point about this, if you have a big waist like me, work a lot on your shoulders and your lats to reach 1.6. For example, waist 30-inch, shoulders 48-inch. And if you have a small waist like David Lade, congrats! You're born to be an aesthetic god. Just work on size. Muscle gain is influenced by both training and genetics play a crucial role in determining how quickly and efficiently someone can build muscle. Genetic factors affect muscle fiber composition, hormone levels, tendon insertions, and recovery ability, all of which impact muscle growth. Genetics largely determine the proportion of fast-twitch and slow-twitch muscle fibers. Fast-twitch fibers grow larger and faster with resistance training, so someone with a higher percentage of fast-twitch fibers may gain muscle more quickly. Hormone levels. Natural levels of hormones like testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1 vary due to genetics. Higher baseline testosterone and growth hormone can enhance protein synthesis and accelerate muscle growth. Tendon and bone structure. The length of tendons and bones affects leverage during exercises. People with favorable leverage can lift heavier weights more effectively, which stimulates more muscle growth. Recovery ability. Genetics also influence recovery speed. Faster recovery allows for more frequent and intense training sessions, which is essential for maximizing muscle gain over time. Metabolic efficiency. Some individuals naturally process nutrients better, supporting muscle repair and growth more efficiently. In short, while training and nutrition are critical, genetics set the upper limit for muscle gain potential and determine how easily a person can achieve hypertrophy. Some may see rapid results with minimal training, while others need years of consistent effort to reach similar levels. Understanding your genetic predisposition can help optimize training strategies and expectations. For example, Hussein Farhat gained 43 pounds of muscle in 2.5 years, and in the process his body fat dropped, which made him more suspicious for taking performance-enhancing drugs. But Hussein proved his natural status multiple times. This guy has elite genetics. And me, on the other side, I gained 31 pounds of muscle in 18 months. In order to achieve this, I bulked 2 times. The first time, I gained 56 pounds, 22 pounds of muscle, and 34 pounds of fat. In my second bulk, I gained 34 pounds, 9 pounds of muscle, and 25 pounds of fat. In every bulk, I increased the volume to get impressive results. For example, in my first bulk, I trained my arms 2 times a week. And in my second bulk, I trained them 3 times a week. Now in my third bulk, I trained them 4 times a week. So if you don't have elite genetics, just bulk and cut consistently, and add extra volume in each bulk. Muscle structure is one of the clearest examples of how genetics shape a physique. At the center of this is muscle insertion, which defines the length of the muscle belly and the way it looks once developed. Genetics control where tendons attach, how long or short muscle bellies are, and the overall natural contours of the muscles. Training can increase size, density, and definition, but it cannot change insertion points. This is why two athletes with the same routine can look dramatically different. Biceps are the most obvious example. With short insertions, the biceps muscle belly is longer and produces a high, round peak when flexed, something that is often considered an advantage in bodybuilding. With long insertions, the belly is shorter, the arm looks flatter, and the peak is less visible. Neither is better for strength, but from an aesthetic perspective, short insertion biceps are more desirable. Triceps follow the same principle. Short insertions make the three heads appear fuller and thicker, giving more sweep and roundness to the back of the arm. Long insertions make the triceps look stretched out and flatter, which is less impressive visually, even if the muscle is strong. The chest or pectorals are strongly shaped by genetics as well. A person with short insertions has a fuller chest, with clear separation between the upper and lower pecs. This creates the thick, square look that bodybuilders want. With long insertions, the chest looks flatter and sometimes leaves a noticeable gap near the sternum, which is often seen as a disadvantage for aesthetics. Shoulders, or delts, are also influenced by insertion points. Round cap delts with short insertions give the shoulder a 3D look from every angle. Long insertions make the shoulders look narrower and flatter, even when well trained. Since wide round delts create the illusion of a smaller waist, they are a huge genetic advantage. The back muscles, especially the lats, show clear genetic differences. Short insertions give lats that flare wide, creating the V-taper look that bodybuilders chase. Long insertions make the lats look narrower and less dramatic, which can limit the illusion of a small waist and broad back. The traps also vary. Some rise quickly, while others have long, flat traps that don't stand out even when heavily trained. Calves are another muscle group where genetics dominate. With short insertions, calves are round, diamond-shaped, and pop out clearly. With long insertions, calves look flat and underdeveloped, and many people with this structure struggle to make their calves grow no matter how hard they train. Abs are also genetically shaped. Some people have symmetrical, evenly spaced blocks of abdominal muscles with deep separation, often called a six-pack or eight-pack. Others have uneven spacing, asymmetry, or flat abdominals that never look as defined, even at low body fat. This is purely genetic and cannot be changed. In summary, genetics create both advantages and disadvantages. Short insertions with longer muscle bellies are generally considered good genetics in bodybuilding because they give fuller, rounder, and more aesthetic muscles. Long insertions with shorter bellies are considered bad genetics aesthetically since they make muscles appear flatter and less dramatic. However, genetics never limit progress completely. Training, diet, and consistency can maximize whatever structure a person has. But it is undeniable that muscle insertion plays a huge role in determining who develops the most naturally aesthetic physiques. Leanness refers to how easily someone can stay lean or achieve low body fat levels while maintaining muscle mass. Genetics play a major role in this because they influence several factors. Metabolism. Some people naturally burn more calories at rest due to a faster basal metabolic rate, making it easier to stay lean. Others may have a slower metabolism, storing fat more easily. Fat distribution. Genetics determine where your body stores fat, stomach, hips, thighs, etc., which affects how lean you look at different body fat percentages. Hormonal profile. Hormones like testosterone, insulin sensitivity, thyroid function, and cortisol levels are partly genetic and impact fat loss and muscle retention. Muscle fiber type. People with more fast-twitch fibers often have a denser, harder look when lean, compared to those with mostly slow-twitch fibers. Set point theory. Everyone has a natural body fat set point, influenced by genetics. Some individuals can maintain 8 to 10% body fat comfortably, while others struggle to stay below 15% without severe dieting. In short, while diet and training determine how lean you can get, genetics set the foundation for how easily you achieve and maintain that leanness, and how your physique looks when you are lean. So that's it for this video. I hope you understand the difference between good genetics and bad genetics. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you want more.